Sumeru Rose. Achei meio shameless eles botarem o nome do negócio como Sumeru Rose. Meio... Putz, podia ter sido mais... Irei fazê-los uma pergunta. Eu pareço cansado? Bem, eu posso dizer com certeza que se eu pareço é porque eu tô, que eu tive 6 horas de sono essa noite para acordar cedinho e ter que entrar no site da faculdade. E como todo o site de instituição pública não está funcionando, tá tudo cagado, então partiu o Genshin Impact. Zdravствуйте, всем, olha eu aqui mais uma vez e a gente tá começando diretamente de onde a gente parou. A gente entrou para procurar a Hypatia, não sei se é essa a pronúncia, e a gente foi parar num lugar muito doido. E depois... Ah lá, não tô em lugar nenhum, muito engraçado, tô tipo dentro de um domínio. Então vamos ver o que a gente acha por aqui. Porque realmente a gente foi parar num lugar muito aleatório e eu suspeito magia negra. Olha. E eu gostaria de dizer pra vocês que, quer dizer, tirando o... Ok. Enfim, voltando, eu gostaria de avisar que agora eu tô usando o Traveler no nível alto e... Oxi. Eu tô usando o Traveler de... Meu Deus, o que é isso? De... Ah, sério, bicho. Eu tô usando o Traveler de Dendro porque eu acho... Assim, eu ainda não estudei completamente, mas Dendro parece um elemento que tem umas reações bem PogChampers. Principalmente para Eletro, que é o meu main elemento. Como vocês podem bem perceber, eu tenho até um time com 3 Eletro. Ai, socorro. Como é que eu vou subir ali? Ah, tá bom, era muito mais simples do que eu pensava. Ok. Mas ainda tenho que grindar muito o Traveler, mas pra grindar o Traveler eu preciso continuar explorando o Sumeru. E eu só exploro o Sumeru gravando, então assim, complica. Meu Deus, eu não consigo subir aqui. Não, não faça isso. Ai, porque... Nossa, tem um twistzinho bonito aqui embaixo. Vamos, amigo, desce aqui. Na verdade, eu acho que era melhor eu ir pra lá, mas... Ah, qual foi? Qual foi, mané? O que temos por aqui? Bem, isso parece... Eu não sei o que parece uma... Pera, isso aqui é de onde eu vim? Olha, parece que sim, mas ao mesmo tempo parece que não. Cadê a caverna? Cara, diz que é pra eu ir pra lá, eu tô com... Não, isso aqui é a caverna com certeza, tá? Então, esse aqui é de onde eu vim. Tem como a gente ir direto pra lá ou subir ali. E é óbvio que a gente vai subir, né? Pelo amor de Deus. Não, não cai não, não cai não. Sobe! Eu vou dar rage. E vai ser um daqueles bonitos. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Que gameplay bugada. Dendro e seus gameplays bugadas. Pera, aqui tá valendo? Nossa senhora, eu não acredito. Eu não acredito que esse jogo é assim, velho. Estou formalmente decepcionado com o world design. Pronto, dá pra subir, ok. Pera, dá pra seguir por aqui. Cara, parece que tem mais coisa lá pra cima. Eu vou passar lá e acho que eu vou... Partiu. What's this? Ok, eu tenho que pegar 3 disso. Tá, são 3. Ok, eu não ia descobrir aquela paradinha nova se não fosse... Ai meu Deus. Se não fosse pra subidinha, então deu certo. Olha, eu tinha falado que o canal era de VODs e... Oxi, o quê? O quê?
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Mano, o quê? Parece que eu tô indo na Zuma. Quer dizer, essas últimas atualizações são... Meu Deus do céu. Mano, o que aconteceu aqui? I guess. Ok. Meu Deus do céu. Esse negócio ficar aberto por uma janela de tempo minúsculo. Ok. E o terceiro, a base. Bem, parece ser alguma coisa ali em cima, mas tipo... Peraí. Tem um baúzito lá. Eu, como um explorador nato de Genshin Impact, não vou deixar essa passar. Cachoeira buga demais. Ok, de onde que eu vim? Eu acho que eu... Não, eu vim daqui. Então se... Será que tem alguma coisa voltando aqui? Ok. Eu quase me esqueci. Gente, eu tava acessando o canal pra postar o primeiro episódio disso aqui e eu descobri que eu tenho 2 inscritos. Então, galera, uma salva de palmas, acho que eu até falei errado. Uma salva de palmas para vocês, 2 pessoas que se inscreveram aqui no canal. Eu sei quem é uma das pessoas, mas a outra eu lost track, eu perdi realmente quem que tava acompanhando. E cara, esse canal basicamente não divulguei em lugar nenhum mesmo. Acho que só uma vez eu cheguei no meu vídeo e falei, tem um canal de VODs aí, tem um canal de VODs. E então muito obrigado quem se inscreveu, cara, vocês são demais. E vamos explorar Sumeru juntos. Eu vou começar a botar conteúdo só aqui, tipo as coisas de Genshin Impact, porque dá muito trabalho de estar essa miséria, mano, pelo amor de Deus. Cara, eu tô meio bugado. Eu tô realmente meio bugado. Por onde que eu... Eu tô fazendo a volta. Ah, tem uma entrada aqui. Faz muito sentido. Olá, senhores. Eu não sabia que vocês estavam por aqui. Eu sacrifiquei. De onde eu tomei esse dano todo, meu Deus? Gente, quem me deu esse dano? Gente, a Beidu tá morta. O que aconteceu ali? Meu Jesus Cristo. Calma, Beidu. A única pessoa que não... Yuck. 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 Essa aí é só pra quem é sagaz. Então, voltando no assunto, muito obrigado aí às 2 pessoas que se inscreveram. Cara, vocês sim são bravos. Vocês são bravos demais. Vamos ver o que acontece. Meu Deus! Meu Deus! Onde eu tô indo? O que é isso? Eu vou entrar nessa... Eita, meu Deus. Que... Eu ia fazer uma pausinha aqui, mas eu vou embora. Eu não sei o que... Calma aí, calma aí. Como é que eu saio daqui, caracas? Isso aqui faz alguma coisa? Eu imagino que seja perigoso, então eu não vou tomar partido nisso aí, não. Fique para trás. Ah, qual é? Tá, aquilo ali deve impulsionar a gente, então. Não vejo outro motivo pra isso. Botar o Trevor... É, eu tô mudando. Olha que bonito. Tô mudando. Como que eu... Isso não tava ali antes. Ah, não! Ainda bem que eu botei o Traveler, filho. Dá a cara com um personagem mais fraco. Yo! Olhar o zap. Ei! Vamos abrir essa porta. Nossa, isso tudo e a gente tá atrás da Paisia. Gente, o que tá acontecendo? Por que eu tô vindo parar aqui? Porque eu tô indo na Zuma do nada. Sério? Eu não sei se eu don't look so good, pai. Meu Deus, o que é isso? Tem um símbolo ali. Calma aí, vamos explorar. Como mudar isso aqui? Qual é o... Ah, pera. Tá. Tipo, tem meio que uma florzinha aqui. Ah. Ok. Como assim, the core? Nossa, gente, calma aí. Nossa, gente, calma aí. Calma aí. O Genshin Impact tá louco. Os caras tão fazendo... Meu Deus do céu, que... Aí do nada o negócio virou uma pintura na parede. O que tá acontecendo? Eu acho que até pra física do Genshin Impact isso aqui é estranho. Ah, meu Deus do céu. Estão fazendo um Inception comigo, meu Deus. What into that? Oh meu Deus. Não, que isso? É uma mailing. Não, é um Herald, ok. Eu confundo. Oxi. Eu já encontrei esse cara, só lembro de fogo. Ele é real? Ele é real! Eu achei que ele tava... Oh, eu juro que eu achei... mas o cara de água é meio... não muito legal. Caraca, 5.000 de... Hora do Big Combo. Eu não tô mais dando dano, não? Gostaria. Ah, errei. Mano, o jogo fez isso de propósito? Oh. Fez, entendi. Ele é uma ilusão.
Oh, pitiful traveler, are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Com todo respeito. O que? Ah não, é cutscene. Achei que eu ia lutar de novo. Pera, a Paimon não tá... Meu Deus do céu, não. Não. Eu não acredito. Oh, não.
So sweet. Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
Mano, o que o Genshin Impact tá fazendo comigo, cara? Essa... eu não tô entendendo nada. Nossa, peraí. Tem uma maçã gigante ali. Que isso, gente?
Who is there? Tighnari, is that you?
Não, sou eu.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tighnari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Ah, é, né? Tinha uma... Eu perdi totalmente o que eu tava fazendo depois dessa alucinação, família. Foi malzão. Tô totalmente fora do script agora.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually,
Então,
we didn't
de
bring
certa
the fruit.
forma...
It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Que isso, gente?
How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Putz, grila. Putz, grila. Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Ermin's soul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Ermin's soul.
A curious sound. Okay.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Ermin's
Ah não,
soul
pelo
later.
amor de Deus, fala logo, não.
Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Eu imagino que a Hypatia não deve gostar disso, tô só dando um chute aqui.
Sounds good.
Não, ela...
I've
ok.
never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Ok, gente, isso tá com certeza uma loucura. Dá pra fazer comida aqui em algum lugar? Radish. Gente, onde que eu... Como assim? O jogo me mandou fazer comida. Ah, vai lá e faz. Ah, tá. Tem aqui. Ok.
Are you going to hold a festival?
A coisa mais poderosa que eu fiz foi entrar no mundo de uma amiga minha recentemente. Aí como você só pode usar 2, eu botei o Traveler de Dendro e a Yoimiya. Bicho, não tinha pra ninguém. Saía descendo o sarrafo e todo mundo geral queimou. Make lunchbox? Make lunchbox? Que isso? Ah! Ok.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Nossa, que bagulho bonitinho que eu fiz, gente. Pera, o que tem aqui? Da hora.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Parem de me elogiar tanto, por favor.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn eel would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn eel should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
Tá, e como é que a gente viu aquele negócio todo mesmo? Foi por causa do cabbagezinho?
Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa. You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings.
Esse é o barulhinho
But
dele
there's
andando.
still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe
Cara acabou
being able
de...
to see them as a sort
I'm
of
out.
blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
Ah, foi realmente o bicho.
It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Ah, is that true?
Nossa, ele só joga informação. Eu tô...
Well,
Jesus.
to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Que é isso aqui?
Yes, if one
Nara, eu
struggles
não
with
lembro o que é.
anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
Nossa, credo.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara,
Ah, tá.
I
É o
suddenly saw
nome
a
do
dream
bicho.
again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you.
Nossa, não joguem esses
If you're ever
nomes na
near me
minha
again,
cara. Eu vou...
Please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Partiu. O negócio é longinho, né? Mais ou menos. Será que dá pra tirar essa de ir andando? Vou lançar... Não lembro desses caras aqui antes. Ah, mas esses teleportes são bons, viu? Vou te falar, é legal. O negócio é bom. Caraca. Já cheguei. Quem precisa de teleporte, mano? Godspeed aqui.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Cadê clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Ah, mas isso já
Sage
aconteceu.
Cadê, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
Olha o tamanho disso aqui, mano. Os caras fizeram uma cidade. Oh, eu ainda quero explorar esses lugares, ver como é que é esse Sumeru inteiro, porque meu Deus, os caras fizeram um baita trabalho.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tighnari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Cadê?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Vixe.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tighnari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Vixe Maria. Vixe Maria. E ela? E ela?
Tighnari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Exatamente.
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Desculpito.
I'm afraid
Eu
I don't
estou
have the answers
gravando.
for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Que...
What is it?
exato.
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
Exato, não vamos deixar a menina.
We have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tighnari. All right, let's go.
Farewell. And good luck to you.
Vamos dar aquele tchauzinho pra Colei. Só que olha, meu sexto sentido tá... Tô achando que vai dar cagada. Tomara que não. E aí, Colei?
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Before you leave, I have something for you. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh. Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Eu tô aqui pensativo, tá ligado? Eu tô aqui... Nossa. Pera, eu tenho que atirar ali. Ai, mas o jogo fica me fazendo pegar personagem de arco, aí é brincadeira, viu?
Let's go out and play.
Ah, ok. Hehehe.
What do we have here?
Ok, pera. Tem alguma coisa embaixo da gente. E tem uma missão de mundo pra lá. O que é isso? Nossa, onde eu... Era em cima. Mais um dendróculos. Dendroóculos. Oxi. Eita! Eu nunca vi um NPC que luta. Oxi! Oxi! Um NPC que luta, meu Deus. Ai, ai, ai. Morram. Gente, o NPC luta. O NPC luta. Como assim? Eita, que isso? Nossa, sim. Rana. Wait. Calma aí. Pera aí. Ela começou falando da Colei. Falando da a condição dela tá muito estranha. E do nada mudou pro Tainari. Girou a chave. É Tainari, né? Ok, calma aí, minha senhora. Não. Eu vou continuar o Archon Quest. Daqui a pouco a gente dá aquela... Ah, não, pera. Ok. Daqui a pouco a gente faz o que quer que você queira aí. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Eu tenho que ir pra tanto lugar ainda, meu Deus. Socorro. Vou pegar os teleportes todos logo. Cadê o negocinho pra eu poder atirar? Cadê o dendrograma? Dendro Crystalline. Ah, não. Tem um dendro óculos em algum lugar aqui da região. Acho que eu já vi. Não vi, mas tipo... Eita! Um cachorro aqui no meio do nada. Qual é, cachorro? Sai daqui, cachorro. Tô lutando, cachorro. O jogo quer bastante que eu use um personagem de... Tem negócio de barco aqui. Let's go. Let's go. Tem um teleporte aqui para baixo e vamos explorar o jogo seguindo a história. Não vou pegar todos os teleportes agora não. Tipo, eu fiz isso em Inazuma e em um momento eu parei assim com o negócio da... Meu Deus, isso é bonito demais. Jesus Christ. Nenhum dendróculos fugirá de mim. Ah não, aquele... Nossa, é aquele baú de furniture, é um IKEA. Uma criança. Teleporte adquirido. Ok, pra onde a gente tem que ir agora? Não, pera, isso aqui é uma casa, eu tô só invadindo a propriedade. Gente, que lugar. Será que a Archon de Dendro tem uma estátua? Não parece. Não seria legalzinho. Na verdade não, né? Ela é uma anã. Então, sei lá como seria essa estátua.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
What moment, please, you two? It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge.
E tem negócio brilhando aqui dele.
Research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha Terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha Terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, This policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let's give it a try. May the mighty God bless us with their voice.
Eu não sei se é impressão minha, mas a Paimon meio que fala coisa demais. Assim, nosso plano todo. Oxe.
Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam, you get it.
Exactly. That is the power of the
Oxi.
Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Nossa, que trilha sonora incrível. Ah, virou do nada o instrumental, nossa.
Come on! Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue but you just can't think of it. Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
É sério que ia ser a coisa mais besta do mundo?
You killed? Well, glad it's not just Paimon. Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari put an address on the letter's envelope.
Nossa, mas que conveniência! É na nossa cara! Na boca da cidade.
Hello, are you Maui?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great. You see, Tainari sent us here and...
Calma aí, meu Deus. Calma aí.
Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. What a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You want to meet Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
Push.
You cute? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? We should be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher. The Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she never left the sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious thing.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas.
Nice.
And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain in the Akasha, things you can never accomplish. Knowing them to you is a form of wisdom. Take for example, it's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari, that guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Entendi.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, just come find me. Hey, come on! This is the survival skill at the academia.
Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like a hole in the dirt.
Qual foi? Da frente do cara.
Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Like who?
Oh! Eu tinha esquecido que ia ter uma Catherine aqui. Let's go! Catherine, melhor personagem. Where is she? Opa, teleporte. TPzinho não faz mal a ninguém. Cara, que ambientaçãozinha legal, viu? Que ambientaçãozinha legal. Eu gostei também do fato de que aqui é tudo meio rústico, meio natureza e tal. E eles têm um Google Goggles, tá ligado? Um negócio meio... O quê? High-tech.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we do that?
Ai, droga, não vai saber.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize. I am unable to pull up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Another dead end. Well, if Catherine can help us, then we really don't have anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I know someone who can help you two.
Meu Deus do céu.
In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as that kind of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take up various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Core Authority is in charge of Sumeru's defenses. Not only are they oldest brigade, but it was responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other celebrities.
What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named such because Rose number 30 at their inception. Fun. An advisor of the Core 30 maintains relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Core 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rekdar. You're welcome, and I wish you the best of luck. We look forward to your exploit in Sumeru.
At Astra Abyssosk. Faltou falar. Nossa senhora, mas a gente vai ficar pulando de lugar em lugar.
Tá gravando?
O que tem aqui em cima? Oxi. Oxi, meu lugarzão. Ih, calma aí. Calma aí. Cadê essa escadinha? Tá em cima da gente? Não é que tá? Cadê a escada? Não. Não. Eu tô caindo. Oxi. Vixe Maria. Meu Deus, onde que essa escada começa? Opa, opa, opa. Cheguei. Pronto, mais um teleporte. Nossa, que lugar bonito, eu vou pra lá, hein? Parece Groovy Grove. E o que seria isso? Ah, estamos pertíssimo.
Welcome. Adventure don't hold me. I expected you to.
Nice to meet you, Archon. We might have asked you about something.
I see. So, that's the fun. It's true, the error of my network fast, but even I can't help me Dendro Archon.
Wait. Seriously? That's it?
So, error minds aren't error, but we don't know about divinity. As far as the Archon goes in access,
Nossa, mas que...
rarely came from the dead. God out there, I got long ago. Since those days, we used our own two hands to carve our own living. We don't beg off for their hearing. This is just us, though. You ask me, I think those men aren't interested in the lesser world with personality.
Oh? What is that?
Take the academia for it. That one truly rules narrow. They got most of them won't care of they grateful for good Canada. And there is one found rare and give us a caution. Let's their personality happen to it rare legacy. Because of the academic influence, most systems that form from the greater lord Canada and greater deed. Not to mention that Lester Lord never makes an appearance. And the academia never announces any about her. As far as people of Sumeru sit there to see the God exists. That's all.
Really? Just hear all of that. I'm pretty feel bad for what sort of personality.
Com todo respeito.
We're all guessing when it comes down to it. I'm sure our wisdom doesn't worry about the reputation among people like us.
Com todo respeito. Ah, não, fui trollado. Com todo respeito. Será que a gente não pode invadir o lugar? Assim, com ponto de vista legal, entrando no RPG do jogo, né, no roleplay. Não. Mas tipo, ninguém conhece a desgraça, ninguém sabe de nada, tem informação, não existe.
Well, thanks for the info, Osfon.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Muito obrigado, me poupou desse trabalho.
Seems Osfon was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
Helpless?
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Não é possível.
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Oxi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Oxi. Ó, fofoqueira, tava ouvindo o bagarai, se intrometendo na nossa vida, falou o que a gente tava fazendo.
Sure.
Gostei não.
It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Eu conseguiria fazer um paralelinho aí. Tipo, um negócio é... Ah, Dogma, Deus não apareceu, Avatar. E o Avatar, nesse caso, eu imagino que seja a Danyard, que eu acho que é esse o nome dela. Mas, tipo, a gente ainda precisa encontrar essa miséria, senão não tem como.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Dunyarzad,
can
meu
you
Deus.
tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hã? Não, calma aí, calma aí. Qual foi?
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanagi. We can't let them get in the way now.
Ah, meu Deus do
Let's see
céu.
if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Exatamente.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her.
Poxa, mas os caras estão vestidos estranhos ainda.
Busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Pô, eles podiam ter escolhido um nomezinho melhor, né? Tadinha da moça. Pô, mas pra onde ela foi, meu Deus? Acho que ela desceu aqui. Cadê? Ah, olá.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh.
Amiga,
Looks
que
like
tu
there's some
fez?
coming this way.
Amiga, que você fez assim? Me avise.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
Nossa, a gente vai ser
No,
pego.
wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Opa, que é isso aqui? Parece coisa boa.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now.
Oxi!
Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're
Gente.
travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
Como assim
I
eu?
see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
Pai, amor.
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
Pai, amor. Para de ser trash talker, porque quem luta com os caras sou eu.
So long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Dunyarzad already said
Ai,
she
mano.
doesn't wanna go back.
Para, pai,
Why
amor.
are you so
Para.
upset
Quem
about
vai
it?
ter que lutar com ela sou
Stay out
eu.
of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
Oh, meu
My
Deus.
lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles.
Ah,
That's
ela é
why
uma
I'm here looking
eremite.
for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Pera, todo mundo aqui é furry? A moça tem
I'm
orelha.
aware of
Não.
my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already.
Por que ela tem orelha?
Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Rapaz.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Ai, meu pai do céu.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
Meu Deus, o que tá acontecendo?
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Nossa, pera, onde que era?
Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you,
Meu Deus, mas ela é importante.
I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Que isso, cara? Não... Que isso?
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Como assim, everything? Ela já falou?
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Coconut charcoal.
They look kind of burnt and dry.
É, esse charcoal no nome não ficou muito... No, that's a first.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really?
Pera aí. Então aqui, ó, hora da teoria. Aquele negócio de World Forget Me que a gente ouviu lá na árvore de cabeça pra baixo, será que era a Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Of course.
Sei lá, queria que o mundo esquecesse dela? Porque eu acho que essa voz é parecida, eu não lembro exatamente.
Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
Deixa eu ver aqui, pergunta.
Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away?
Nossa, gente, eu vou chorar.
I'm sorry, but I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
Rapaz.
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zero?
Nossa, vão meter a gente em mais
It's
festival.
Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadabhata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadabhata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadabhata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
hold on. My lady, does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
Só tem mulher nessa
I saw her
cidade?
leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Olha, eu vou falar pra vocês que tá rolando Pera aí, deixa eu ver se tem algum baú, alguma coisita por aqui. Vou falar pra vocês que tá rolando uns assuntos interessantes aqui nesse Genshin Impact. Eu falo Genshin, né? Eu não sou asiático, desculpa galera. Nasci no BR. Tipo, tá rolando uns assuntos interessantes aqui, cara. Esse negócio da academia, botar influência, aí o pessoal se perdeu, né, o interesse por um deus que veio depois. Mano, deu até vontade de fazer um vídeo de análise aí, só que assim, se os gameplays já não interessam o pessoal, imagina um vídeo de análise. Então vamos lá, eu tava fazendo uma gameplay mais fluida, eu não queria usar teleporte nem nada, mas eu tô querendo fechar esse arco, esse mini arco que a gente começou. Então vamos fazer as coisas mais rápido aqui, vamos usar teleporte e vamos sair correndo mesmo. Nossa, a gente tem que entrar aqui, meu Deus, onde é isso? Oxi! Ei, chama o Shongyun. Tem demônio aqui, chama.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City, and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Truthfully, no. Okay.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sabzerius festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Cara, coleção do Tainari que a gente conheceu agora, só tem mulher em Sumeru City. Em Sumeru, quer dizer. Não existe. Eu acho que só vão ter 2 personagens na real. Tem um cara, eu acho, pra vir ainda.
A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzerius festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
I can't wait for you to see it.
Tinha uma pessoa dançando ali no canto.
You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Vem cá, mas
What are you gonna be doing at the festival?
a coisa, a tigresa, não falou que ela tava nervosa.
The most important performance at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Junior's odd. Have you
Tigresa.
told them the origin of this holiday?
Ah não, gente, calma aí.
Told them about the greater
Não,
Lord
calma aí,
and
calma aí,
lesser
calma
Lord
aí.
so far.
Calma,
I'll
por
tell you two about
favor.
how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zero's festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered parisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame.
Ela tem
that
uma
all the
visão de
red
hidro? Eu acho que
parisaras
tem.
went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real parisaras on the stage.
Vai aparecer, hein?
Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zero's festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival together?
Bora, 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 bora.
Junior's odd. Let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zero's festival. In that case, we'll take a look around.
Eu quero checar um negócio primeiro. Ah, não, qual é? Não! Ah, ela tá ali em cima, man. Eu quero ver se ela tem realmente uma visão, porque eu achei que eu tinha visto um. Tá pra... Não tá... Ela tem uma visão de hidro, olha lá. Nossa, minha visão tá muito boa, que isso. Então, galera, infelizmente eu vou acabar esse vídeo por aqui. Já tô gravando há muito tempo e essa história parecia que não acabava. Entrava uma coisa depois da outra, e depois da outra, e depois da outra, e meu Deus do céu. Mas tá bem da hora, galera, eu tô gostando bastante e o Genshin Impact ainda tá pra soltar uma missão que me decepcione, cara, porque até agora, mano, foi tudo muito da hora. Então muito obrigado aí por terem assistido, eu vou continuar essa história daqui a pouco, eu não sei quando que esse vídeo vai ser postado, não sei qual vai ser o rolê, mas muito obrigado por terem assistido, muito obrigado de novo aos 2 inscritos aqui do canal e tamo junto, galera, até a próxima. See ya.